Setting yourself up for hobbles, or your horse up for hobbles, is not that intricate. What you need to do is everything that we teach the horse when we're working with him is pressure and release. So if I pick up here on my reins and apply some pressure, as soon as that horse gives to me, I release and give back to him. So the same thing you're going to work on with your hobbles before you hobble them. So what I would do is I'd take a soft cotton rope and I'd put a loop around his front foot and I'd lift on it. And the instant that he gave it to me, to where he would lift it or pick it up, I'm going to release it and get him giving to that. I would do that on both his front feet. Actually, I do it on all 4 feet. But for the hobbling, I do it on both his front feet before I'd ever think about putting a hobble on him. So what you're doing is you're setting it up to where when there's pressure applied, he yields to that pressure in a relaxed manner. Always don't get in a tug of war with him. So if he's taking it back, you be giving it back to him before he takes it back. So as soon as you have a little bit of success, give back to him. And then I build to it to where I've got some cotton hobbles that are just like 1-inch cotton rope that are flat braided. I use them, they're really soft, to where I would hobble them. And I always do it in a safe area so they can't move a whole bunch. So I'll do it in a round pen, a small, my arena. And this might be a little bigger than what I do to start with, depending on the horse. But I want to do it in an area that was safe and contained. So fences around it that are safe, good ground, okay? So when you apply that hobble to him, he's going to test it out a little bit and he might get hopping around. So you just make sure that you keep out of his way and stay safe. Once he's good about that, I'd build to where I'd use my leather hobbles and I would get into a habit to where I would hobble him daily until he really understood. We've got a segment in Cowboy Campus that you can go to and it explains how to hobble a horse, what different we use, what different hobbles we use, how to 2-way hobble them, how to 3-way hobble them, that sort of thing. So keep it simple. Get them really good about releasing the pressure first before you apply the hobbles. Do it in a safe area. Another thing to really keep in mind if you haven't done this before, when the horse becomes bothered by the hobbles, because they're flight animals and what you're doing is you're taking away their ability to leave. What they quite often do is they come to you as a sense of security. And if you're standing right in front of them and they get hopping, they might land right in the middle of you. So I always kind of equate it to where when they're doing that, I'm just going to hunt their hip. So if they're going forward, I'm going to step to the side, hunt their hip, and keep safe. When I first hobble him too, I wouldn't take the halter off him. I'd have a long lead shank on it to where if he does get hopping, I can kind of tip his nose and keep him in a circle, get him bent both ways. Usually it doesn't take too long if you start out getting them really good about giving the pressure to start with.